Hello and welcome once again to Crazy Comics and Stories. It's me, your charming and delightful old Uncle Rat Bastard. And you're getting one of the two Black Friday episodes. Yes, these are the episodes where myself, Crazy Writer, and Butch pile into a car and go to every comic shop we can on Black Friday. Part of it is because that Joe and I have not been able to get together in the last week, and part of it is because we really like these episodes, and these are our most controversial episodes. I will admit that, because there are people who absolutely love them, and then there are other people who don't like them because the quality of the audio isn't as good because we're recording in a car and you hear the car. So if you enjoy these episodes, you got one this week and one next week. If you don't enjoy these episodes, previews episode drops tomorrow, as long as I get a little time away from work in order to mix it. If not, it'll be over the weekend. But you've got a choice. What these episodes are: we pile into the car, I turn on my MP3 recorder, we put it on the dashboard of the car, and we drive all around. Joe curses at traffic, Butch and I talk like goobers, and you get to listen to it. So here you go, Black Friday, Part 1. Here, we're recording.
What the fuck is that? I can't talk. I need my lawyer. Dick him for this, did you?
No,
Just
I always forget till I'm on the way.
some of that little poster putty. I should just leave it in the car. So next time we park, it's like. Well, we've been waiting outside of Butch's house for about an hour. Seems he's very clean.
Yeah, he emailed us at 5 till 8 saying, I'll be ready as soon as I get my shower. It is now 8:58.
Apparently, he makes his own water molecules.
Meanwhile, I was up at 6 a.m. to get all cleaned up, get all the stuff I needed, make sure all the batteries are charged.
I was ready to. I was up at 7 too, even though my alarm was for 7:30. But I had everything laid out because I was gone the previous days. So.
Now, I could have stayed home. They're still running the Mystery Science Theater 3000 marathon.
Nope, that's it. Butch is leaving. He's had enough. Yeah, I say we go eat, then we'll go wander about. He said we'll make the first stop, Steve, and then we'll work our way north.
To Alaska?
Well, there are comic shops in Anchorage. I have been to them.
And there was the grocery store that had comics in...
Yeah, but that was mostly just Archie's.
What was that place?
AC. Barrow. Now it's, I couldn't pronounce it now.
No, the other one. Sarah Palin's home.
Oh. Here, grab a donut. Actually, they're donut pieces now, so you don't have to worry about it.
Good.
Oh, I am
the smallest one.
Jesus Christ, you look terrible.
I am very grateful.
Didn't
to
you
you guys.
shower? Here, grab a donut.
Right as I got into the shower. I hear you two
Well, I was
talking.
telling Cory, we'll go to our house and just hang. I don't know, he's in his shower. He's been in the shower 25 minutes.
I told you, I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful to you
Hey.
for waiting.
I told you.
I told you.
I'm coming for you.
You did.
Why'd you take a plane? Well, unbeknownst to me, Hot Comics actually started at 8 a.m.
Wait, what did?
Hot Comics.
Free comic book day?
Cory and I were talking about that. This is a weird Hot Comics or a weird Black Friday. Almost every store has a sale going on. And they're all like half price. It's insane.
Jeez.
And it's like Cory and I have been talking about. The back issue market's dead.
Is it?
We talked earlier. Greg Ketter was like at different shows, and he says that the only thing that people are doing is they want to buy key issues at not key prices, slab them and flip them. And that's largely because of the pandemic. People were always buying shit cheap, and the market actually went up. But now it's kind of settling because people are realizing, a 9.8 giant size X11 isn't that rare.
Good Lord.
Yeah. I mean, guys are saying they've dropped like $500 in price. Granted, they probably should have been $4,000 to begin with, but
What
so every time, usually it's like, oh, okay, these guys are doing half these everywhere, almost everywhere. There's Nerding Out's got a big sale, Hot Comics, Dreamhaven, College, Source. There's a new Nerding Out opening up that we got an invite to.
Cedar Cliff?
No, he's the only guy that doesn't have a sale. And of course, that's the one Cory wants to go to.
I haven't been there in a year.
Not our problem. You're closer than anybody to him.
To him.
Yeah, like we're pals.
Personally.
Yeah, I don't know what you do.
Boy, nothing.
I do nothing but watch wrestling.
How do you read those slabbed books?
X-ray vision.
Yuck.
The only slab books I got,
I have none.
I got two that, like, my first ones ever,
Yeah.
that I've just slabbed for memory.
Yeah.
And lately I've been picking up autographs because they certify them that, yeah, there's Stanley's autograph and not his uncle who just scribbled it.
Secretary is who I assume I got mine from.
Hey, if Stanley's uncle signed a book, I'd want that more because that's Martin Goodman.
It's more rare. More
Not
rare
only
than...
more rare, but he's been dead for years.
Oh my God.
Still running Marvel, though.
Still pissed that his son wasn't put in charge of Marvel. Hey, Chip Goodman was supposed to be in charge of Marvel.
You think the cop there would switch cars with me?
I thought his name was Atlas Goodman.
That's the first thing you did wrong, you thought.
Says the guy driving behind a bus at a bus stop.
Well, the bus was nice enough to put his blinker on after he stopped. That was very kind of him. Merry Christmas.
Now they can
Hey,
say,
Copper, Russell done fake, We went down to Madison to visit my uncle on Wednesday.
Martin Goodman.
And if he did, I wouldn't be hanging with you schlubs. But
Yeah, he's way
we
cooler
went
than
past
us.
the infamous spot where Pat got pulled over.
Oh man. And you know where it is.
Oh, exactly.
I have no idea. Well, I know it was in Wisconsin.
Hey, Copper, Russell done fixed, The best part of that whole
Oh, you
thing,
gotta be quiet.
the best thing about that whole thing, he didn't say a thing. But then Brian Wilson, Peterson Cantor 90.
Yeah.
We saw him at the last SpringCon.
Good.
Or FallCon. I don't know if they told you. You missed it!
No, I saw your email and that's how I found out.
But
I had been wondering like if something was coming up.
Yeah. No, they,
Yeah, well, so much
they-
for that. Oh, Black Friday, wham-a-lamb, oh, Black Friday, wham-a-lamb,
we'll talk more when we get there. I gotta eat.
Like
Joe
Friday
Ball
had a
comics.
child, ran a lamb, a damn thing gone wild.
Wham-a-lamb, and then the Joe
This
Ball
year,
comics.
this year I got a shitty comic box for you, so I don't need you to give it back to me.
Well, last one was pretty shitty, but I intended to bring it with. I just couldn't apparently process that we were already at Black Friday.
That's okay. Cory picked his box, and then I had to duct tape it back together. That's how bad these are. I'm going to Denny's because I'm old and I can get my eggs. I can
One's
get my
55
eggs. Is it even open?
What the? Now you put them out of business. With your big talk. Your big fancy.
It's funny if we get there and they're not open.
Brr.
Yeah, everybody's. It's like the only sad part. Issues needed. Not issues needed.
Issues not needed.
Mind's Eye did close.
Mind's Eye closed?
Yeah, it was a weird combination where he. You know what? I don't think they're open. Thinking the same thing.
Open 24/7.
Attention!
On the door.
Guest. Yeah, that helped.
They're closed for Thanksgiving.
Closed for
Good.
son of the reconnaissance. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Yeah, fuck you. All right,
Nah, that's good.
put in Denny's
We're going in anyways.
We'll figure out what we'll.
Where's our first stop?
Well, I was gonna eat. 'Cause I
Stop
haven't
to eat.
eaten
Well,
yet
but I
today.
mean, comic stop. We'll head
Well,
that way.
That's now we have a.
It depends on where the Denny's is.
No, Hot Comics is open now. So if we want to go hit a Hot Comics, we can.
Hot Denny's.
No Denny's for you.
I want
See if there's a place on the way.
One omelet right now. Omelet.
Joe wants his 55 eggs.
We could go over to
boys.
anything around Harmar.
Hey boys.
I don't know.
Yeah,
'Cause boys. Okay. See,
there is.
Sometimes I have to explain to Cory my thinking because he doesn't. So the source opens at 10. So
Yeah.
if we go over there and eat, we're right on
Right.
top of the source.
There
we're right
is
on top of college.
I don't know what's near there.
There's a Denny's back by.
Well,
County
you
Road
got a
C
fucking.
and 35.
Am I the only one that remembers? You got a fucking Star Trek tricorder in your pocket. Take it out and type in Denny's. Jesus
There's a
Christ,
Denny's over
not a
there.
Grudge. It's a Perkins too.
See,
but
Butch
just
already
as good.
knows.
Denny's.
Considering
And a
the
Perkins.
technology we got nowadays, we're certainly hapless in this car. Oh, I don't know.
In this car.
I don't get. I have no idea.
There's golfers.
Dart golfers, hair choppers, cheer cake. So you're going to AEW?
Eh? Come on.
AEW.
I don't know. It doesn't look good for me, but I'll pull a last minute go if I can.
Well, you'll have to make it by 5.
All right.
We'll have to.
All right.
I was hoping we could just carpool down, but Cory doesn't get off till 5.
Cory.
We could go over to his house
Smells like Cory.
and meet. Drive over and take off from there. But last time we went to his place, he had to go to Stillwater. So
Yeah.
I don't
want to go to Stillwater anymore.
I don't want to go to Stillwater.
We're far from there now, and we're nowhere near his house. Far from it. Far from it. Stuck. I am Bender.
I'll have
Please
to
insert
look and
girder.
see if we get to watch Rampage after Dynamite or Ring of Honor, because the Ring of Honor shows lately have been 2 hours.
Woo, baby. Honor the ring. Or AEW Dark.
No, they don't do Dark anymore.
Wonder
Dark has been canceled.
I don't know what's going on.
We didn't get a pay-per-view this year either.
Gone dark. Well, we didn't.
But we're going to get Edge and MJF.
Right on.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's not Edge anymore. It's Adam Cole.
Yeah. And MJF is Edge. He's become Edge.
So what you been up to?
Nothing. Nothing good.
Liar!
Liar. You've been up to.
Butch is wasting all this money on cracking hookers.
Forget the blackjack. Forget the whole thing.
I almost made you drive. Your car is nicer than mine.
Yeah, it's got problems. Of course.
I've got problems.
We'll drive it into the ditch and punk a hole in the gas tank. Park it, and Joel will sit on the front. The wheels will go in opposite directions.
That was just as you're moving your car out of the way.
Oh. If we go up to 35W and go south, there's a Denny's.
I don't like the look of 35W. So it's over by Rosedale, right?
It's out behind that, yeah. Yeah, just off of 35W.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
was
we
thinking.
can hit the college too.
What time do they open?
Comic book knowledge?
I don't know. My phone
After we
doesn't.
eat.
My phone doesn't look it up that way.
After we eat.
Yeah, 'cause
Or if you go this way, we go north on 35W.
it's like everything.
College of Comic Book Knowledge.
Everything. It's so bizarre.
They open at 11 a.m.
Of what?
Dreamhaven's got a half price sale, which is weird.
No, it's not. He's got
no.
too much stuff.
Yeah, but he rarely does sales like that. Or he doesn't usually flash sales.
He's been having a lot of sales. Over the summer, like every Saturday, if the weather was nice, he'd set up tables and here you go. All these books are $1.
Come on, dum-dum.
Then when not enough people came, one
She had to
chick
get-
was like, okay, every book on the table's free.
That's why she's a fucker, because she had to get in front of me to take a right
Well, people
or a left instead of
people are
just
stupid.
taking one behind me.
Mm-hmm.
So I told Chris, I said, that's half the fun of the podcast. I let you guys talk wrestling. I swear at people on the road.
It's a comic book podcast. We talk wrestling. Joe swears at people on the road and drives next to tanker trucks.
Hey, look,
And Butch, you're all
there's
caught
nothing
up
in
on
it.
Wow Women of Wrestling,
Oh
right?
my God, I'm not caught up on anything.
What's Todd giving you that you like reading?
Nothing jumps out. Although he did give me the One Bad Day trade of Rachel Ghoul with kick-ass art by Ivan Reese, whatever his name is, and I cannot find it to read it.
Oh,
I put it aside, and I tricked myself.
dogs probably hate it. Dogs eat comic books.
You little
Mary used it to start a barbecue.
ish. If he was cooking.
Did you have the traditional frozen pizza for Thanksgiving?
I did not, but I had did have some leftover pizza. How was the MST 3K marathon?
Still going on.
Oh my goodness.
It was a lot of fun.
I watched the second episode while I was eating my leftover pizza. I watched the second episode of Blackadder.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Now we're getting somewhere. What a nut.
Love that
That
show.
guy's a nut.
I have that whole thing on DVD. I ought to pull that out.
I'll say.
oh, jeez, Cory's whipping it out again.
Pulling out the big Blackadder.
I'd be happy to finish
I'll eat the black vegetable.
Briscoe County.
Oh, Bristol County, baby. I don't have that
There's a one.
in any way, shape, or form.
I bought the DVDs a while back.
The move.
There's a, what he did, was it Jack of all trades?
Yes, I do have that.
I don't know if I have
Excellent.
that. I've been watching it on YouTube.
Ah, good man.
Oh, there's so many little wrestling federations showing up on YouTube now.
Oh, it's back. Wrestling's back.
Yeah,
What do they do? Or they? I'm sorry.
I found a couple that are good, but I found one that I love that is just... It makes... Remember when we would go see Terrence at the Eagles Club?
I never did. Never once.
Oh, Joe went.
Once.
Makes them look like the WWE.
The Blood Eagles Club.
They have like 20, 30 people in the audience. They started with the Battle Royal for the championship. Everyone in the Federation is in the Battle Royal. There were 8 people.
Oh my goodness. I have watched some preposterously great, low quality YouTube wrestling myself.
But you know what I've fallen in love with? The guys who do Wrestle Me. They're 2 British guys
Yeah.
who watch old wrestling and do commentary on it.
Oh yeah. No, that's a good idea.
And they are hilarious.
That's the key. Wrestle me. I'm trying to make a note of it, but it's a mental note.
The
Very weak.
commentary they do
Very
on
weak.
the Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan
Nice.
for WrestleMania 6. First, they talk about Warrior's insane promos. So this is a promo where the Warrior says that he's just gonna take over a plane and fly it into the ground. It has nothing to do with wrestling or Hulk Hogan.
Except when he says, Hogan.
And Mean Gene has to stand there,
Oh, man.
holding the microphone,
Yeah.
and not go, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
My God, I miss Mad Dog Vachon.
He actually tried to crash a plane.
That's true. Warrior just talked about it. Mean Gene had to interview both of them.
I don't know if I know about that, Bobby Heenan. So do people still go to Mollusk's?
Yep.
Mollusks?
Rosedale's kind of a upscale mall now.
Mollusks. Go to the mollusks.
I went to that Maple Con. Was that last weekend?
What?
It wasn't so much a Comic Con. It was kind of like a craft show. But they had real life Peter Griffin there.
Oh, always a good idea.
Yep.
All
right, where's Denny's?
Go up to County Road C.
Okay.
Over the hill.
Over
the hill and down to the stoplight.
This guy in the silver car, he had to hurry up and get to the stoplight before me.
I gotta get there.
Yeah, hey, you made it, you dumb fuck.
Gotta get there.
Can I rear-end you and ask you what was it with it? Altima. Nah, I better not. Nissan. Needs improvement, so start again.
Did you go to the Twin Cities Con? Is that what that thing was called?
Nope, couldn't afford to. Wanted to,
Want that do.
but if for the money they want to get in,
Want that.
there were a lot of artists there I would like to see. The one guy does the pro wrestling books, Michael Kingston, was there.
Yeah. Does the pro wrestling books?
What he does is he gets pro wrestlers to write stories.
Yeah.
And Jerry Lawler's done covers for him. Would have been fun to see him.
Sweet.
A couple girly artists. Ali Garzero was there.
Everybody
what was
from
her name?
Mallrats
Song?
except for, what's her name?
Wait, what's their... Nobody can remember their name. Left at the light.
Song.
I left.
Oh, what's her name?
Songbird.
Sora Song. Yeah.
She was there.
I really want to get a commission from her.
And her dog Pepper.
Then you see there's some of the guys, who spend the money and the cash to get everybody's pictures, and you're like, that's kind of fun. Although when I'm there, like, I don't want to pay like $50 just to get a picture.
Picture meaning like a autograph photo or something? What kind
Generally,
of picture are we
a
talking
pose picture.
about? Drawn? A drawing?
No, photo.
Posing with
Whomever you'll pay the $70 to.
Celebrity stuff.
Angel Medina's prices have gone up.
Nobody sees him since he went to the crapper.
Let's go back. Let's go behind this. This will bring us to it.
Going behind
Walmart.
We're there. Go to Walmart. Oh, it is Black Friday.
Yeah, let's watch the fights.
It only occurs at like 6 a.m. We're going to roundabout.
Ooh. I heard that the other day.
The 75-minute live version.
No, I wish. I needed it. And then we take a right here, and a left in next to that Aldi, and we'll go right to it.
Sorry, we're closed today. Con! Speaking of which, I did ask this way or this way?
Either way.
Okay. Oh, I see what
Yeah.
Cory, I did ask Uber if he wanted to come, but he's working.
I don't like the geeking.
I even asked Lisa, but she never got back to me.
We got an empty seat. I saw Michael's name on the preview.
Yeah, he's blown us off again.
Pride wouldn't let him go. You're not gonna get this place like your dad's.
Oh,
I'm not warehousing a
You already have
comic store.
dozens of books.
Yeah.
No, she's the one with the way too many books.
You threw all these. Oh, that's.
But you still blame it on the guy.
Yeah, you're blaming it on the guy.
She doesn't.
You can't get comic books because I don't have room for my books. Roar. Or shake made.
Oh.
I don't like it. Send it back. I said shake.
Butch is shaking all over the place.
Shaking all over. Roll them.
Uh-oh.
Roll them. Gotta get
Yeah,
there.
we were talking Harvey Comics.
Harvey Comics. Harvey Picard.
Cory gave a 2-hour Tritsy on John Byrne.
No, I was recapping
for 2
video
hours.
I watched where a guy broke down exactly when John Byrne quit giving a shit about his art.
I realized I could do it faster by just skipping the pencils and going straight to ink.
And not drawing any background.
And having a lot of white-based characters and snowstorms.
And pretty much having a whole bunch of poses that I just copy and paste.
I watched a guy do a list of his favorite covers, and that Alpha Flight cover was on there.
Hey!
And then the Daredevil cover. It was the same cover, but
I just got done reading the Chip Zdarsky Daredevil run. Now, Joe, have you seen the new Daredevil run?
Nope.
He's a priest. He has finally joined the
Jesus.
priesthood.
I thought Nightcrawler was a priest.
I thought Nighthawk was a priest.
No, Nighthawk's dead.
I thought that was
I
Daredevil.
saw him on the Avengers Assemble yesterday.
Yeah, Joe had 55 eggs.
Yummy.
55.
You're going to regret that later.
By the 40th egg, he was starting to look a little green around the gills.
Wait, I forgot my American cheese. So what you do is just randomly pick some cheese and start mailing it to somebody.
Jeez, really? I think I'd fly.
Seems a waste of cheese to me.
I don't know. It's American cheese.
I
It's
did
not
go
real
out to the new
cheese.
Toys R Us in Mall of America.
We figured you'd be at a toy show this morning.
No, that's Sunday morning. There's another toy show.
Okay.
See, I'm not 5 minutes late. I'm 2 days early.
Half-ass books is right there.
Yeah, we're not going.
Oh. I thought you wanted to go there.
No, Cory
Didn't
wants to go
Joseph?
there.
Oh.
Cory wants to go to every shop that doesn't have a sale today.
They're having a sale.
I think you're missing the
What is
point.
the sale? How do you
Comics.
how do you change half price?
Yeah, exactly.
20 to 40% off. Plus, you get the calendar for discounts all through the year.
Do they have the Black Adder DVD set?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
not going then.
I think I've seen it there before.
That's where I bought mine.
Yeah. Well. Well, what?
Huh?
I don't like the look of that panhandler.
Or any panhandler.
Why do they have pans? If you're handling your pans, you should do it at
You see,
home.
folks, you missed the incredible comic book conversation because Cory never brings the thing with him. And just when it starts going, just
Ask her what.
accidentally start it.
Ask her what specific issues of
I'm not gonna-
Doctor Strange that Marshall Rogers did.
I'm not going to talk to her. She'll probably knife me. I'll tell you, but it'll cost you $1. Oh, that seems a lot. So that MapleCon I was telling you about,
Yeah.
it's only one person with comics.
Oh, otherwise it was a fashion boutique.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's free. A lot of people want it.
Free comics.
One guy shows up. I thought there was going to be a Comic-Con. I said, no, this is kind of it. Turned around, left. Didn't even look at the guy's comics. I'm like,
I know. I go to
Yeah,
Comic
it's not
Con
a
for
comic convention.
different
It's just
reasons.
Comics.
they just call it con, you know. Con!
guy with comics.
I dropped $100 with them.
Hey,
My
it
man
said
found some fun
Comic
stuff.
Con, not Comics
Yeah,
Con.
what a dope.
We have a comic.
A comic.
And-
What comic was it?
Marvel Double Action #4.
Marvel Double. Okay, look, there was no Marvel Double
Listen,
Action.
If you're not going
Yes,
to
there
take
was.
this, if
What
you're not
was
gonna
it?
take this
That
seriously, you
reprinted
can take the bus.
Captain America and Iron Man.
Marvel Double Feature.
No.
Mr. America.
How about Marvel Triple Action?
Yes, there was Triple Action. There was also Marvel Super Action.
Marvel 2-in-1, which if we
Big
talk about
machine
too much,
and
we
Hulk
get the
machine
explicit
and
tag.
the Crusher machine.
2-in-1 or any giant sizes.
They're bringing back giant sizes, by the way.
Did bringing back giants. They're finally going to do Giant Size Man Thing #6.
I don't know, but Fabian Nasasia is doing giant size Fantastic Four #1.
I'm waiting for Logan's run #8.
He's a hack.
Hack.
Actually, I like his writing. Just talking tough.
He's written 2 novels. I ought to pick those up.
What is they
No,
about?
you should read them. Just don't pick them up.
What am they about?
They're mystery novels.
Oh, you don't know? I don't know what they're about. They're mystery.
They're mystery to me.
To me, but specifically to me. Bad news, guys.
Oh,
Parkway Pizza got rid of the Bigfoot.
Oh. Yeah,
I
we
thought
drove
that
by
was,
there the other day. I noticed
Pizza
it wasn't
Hut.
there.
Thought that was Pizza Hut. He's
Pizza Hut, pizza to go.
Didn't Pizza Hut have the Bigfoot pizza? They ran out of Bigfoots to cook the pizza.
yeah, to cook the pizzas. Bigfoot, get back in there. They ran out. King Diamond.
So these are people parking for the source.
Liar.
Yeah, let's go there. Can't just go there any other day.
Nope.
Got the same shit.
Yep.
I see a parking spot.
Oh, well,
Better hurry.
I want to see the
person's
handicap
gonna
placard here
steal it.
right quick.
Actually, I could have brought one. Come on, move your ass. Get in there.
They're going to steal your parking spot.
This parking
I'm gonna
spot
leave
here,
it.
so
No, they're just.
sourcing it up.
I told this guy
We're
when I
going
get
to
here.
vulture it.
I told this guy when I get here, you better get the fuck out of my parking spot.
You can tell it's not me because if somebody does this to me, I just kind of put my foot on the brakes, then turn on the radio and wait.
Heat up some soup.
Oh, I got plenty.
Sorry, I'm having lunch.
We got plenty of soup here.
Then I'm going back in. You get out and go back in with your soup. I don't like this spot.
We'd have been here 5 minutes later, but we got the spot right up front.
It was the one that he ran in
Comic Buyer's Guide?
Weird Melvin.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, Weird Melvin.
Comic
Okay.
Buyer's Guide. That's what I was trying to think of. And then, but then I thought of the name, so I skipped out on the CBG. With all due respect to Don and Maggie.
Well, we made it to the source.
Cory, a piece of the action.
Yes.
Yeah, is it on?
You gonna hit Little
Yeah.
Orphan Annie
Yeah,
here?
yeah. Coming from the source. It's packed. We went to the back. We hit the $5
The line literally started at the back of the
at the
store.
back of the store, and they're moving good. They're all hands on deck.
Beyond
We
their
were-
200-foot wall of comics.
We were at the. We hit the $5 books. I think I ended up with about $120 worth of stuff. Three
Joe
to $5
beat me to
books.
the PS Art books.
Yeah. Oh man, $5 a pop.
I grabbed one of those.
I only picked up runs though. I didn't. If it was like volume 2, volume 3, it's OCD in me. You know, I just like I don't want to pick up the other one.
Well, when it comes to those, it's practically irrelevant.
I did
Single
pick up.
issue storytelling.
I
Or,
picked up the entire run. They had of Stray Bullets.
no,
It wasn't a full run, but I'm like, it's a series I've always wanted to read.
It's so good.
I'm kind of wishing
Yeah.
I'd have grabbed the 2 Authority trades, just so I could read those in trades.
Hey, you go back. We'll come get you at the end of the day.
Won't be out of line yet.
Yeah. So yeah, they're packed. They're busy, and the thing is their deal is they have donate $1 to the food shelves, and you get an extra 10% off. I had the discount card, so I got 20 off.
What's that? How's your donuts?
My water. So
Homemade water.
That was a good first stop. And
Yeah, I
of
got $75 worth of stuff out of that bargain area.
I got 46.
wow.
Monsters Unleashed. I got like 4 trades of that. Apparently, there's a Rebels series. The Rebels that used to be Legion 89, Legion 90.
Yeah, that was after New 52.
Okay. Well, it's my kind of reading. DC space sci-fi stuff. I picked up a Black Hawk in that PS art
Oh, yeah.
from 1949 and
Those are
1950
good.
Black Hawk. That's not, looked like fun. I picked up a issue of Comics Journal that was a couple years older. I read it in its entirety twice while waiting in that line.
I had too many books to read anything.
Yeah, I was actually leaning against the shelves. Sometimes I put a hardcover on the bottom, so I would like put a big mark on them.
I didn't even want it. I just needed it.
They
Oh.
need grocery carts.
Human shelf.
They had carts, not grocery carts.
You can.
Because, man, $75 worth of hardcovers and trade paperbacks is heavy.
Sat in that
Have
parking
about
lot.
20 minutes.
And of course, as
Such a-
I'm going up, I'm watching and looking like, okay, what else do I need?
Well, we got to get furniture straps.
Yeah.
A two-wheeler. It's
I'm
going
gonna
up.
buy-
Huge crowd. I don't think I've ever seen them that packed.
Well, we're normally not.
And yet it
they're
was
normally
very
our last-
manageable.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Well, the
normally-
source has got it down to a science.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're normally our last stop of the,
Right.
of the Black Friday for just whatever reason. They're our
Well, and
first
we
stop.
never go on Free Comic Book Day because it's just crazy.
Yeah,
For what it's worth, they were running 4 registers to manage that line.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
Doing a great
last
job.
time they used to run a register and back too, but I think
that's right.
it just got too convoluted because you could never tell as
Yeah.
people walking
Well,
around.
and they
lines
had
crossed over.
vendors in the back area.
Yeah. I didn't look at any of the vendors.
I haven't read that
My arms
issue.
were too full. I did
haven't
take
read
a quick run around. They had game tables, they had a ton of Star Wars toys, action figures mostly.
They had games on sale too. There was one I almost got. Remember the comic Die?
Die?
Yeah, about the teenagers who get sucked into a Dungeons and Dragons world.
Oh yeah.
And all come back but one. They put out a role-playing game from that comic. And they had it on their bargain table, but I'm never going to play any of those games. I don't know anybody.
Last
Yeah.
time I was there and bought anything, I picked up Rick and Morty versus Dungeons and Dragons. Trade paperback. It's pretty fun stuff. It's pretty fun stuff!
That die would have
Kids.
looked pretty on your shelf though. It was a nice looking package.
Die! There's a truck.
That's a truck.
Yeah, my gaming
So we
group-
gotta, I give everybody when we start these days a long box. Usually I want them back, but I've been giving you guys the cheap boxes, the shitty boxes. Mine's full, so I
Holy
guess
smokes.
that's the end of the day. Thank you for listening. Yeah, that's the line trying to get to
Best Buy.
Rosedale.
Oh.
Oh, it could be Best Buy. They get some nuts going on.
We're not going to the mall.
Nope.
Good Lord, look at the parking lot
Yeah,
at
that's
Best Buy.
gridlocked in there. That's
And
like,
Dick's
I
Sporting
want you to
Goods.
know I drove by here yesterday and there wasn't a car in
No.
that lot.
Well, because they were closed.
Well, I had the run of the place.
all right.
Butch repelled
Now,
him
since the
from
Comic
sea
College is like right on top
Oh.
of the source, we're going there next.
College.
College.
Comic book knowledge. Let's see if I can finally get a 50th
I
copy
did
of
read
Book
on that comic exchange. People are like, I can't find the college. I think I drove past it 3 times. Do they even have a sign?
Yeah, it's just
Comics.
Oh,
Ah,
comics.
whack. In Casper.
Sorry, no, nothing but Stumbo's Tiny Town comics here.
Oofta. It's both driveways after the light.
I would
This
imagine
one
if you don't know,
and that one.
if you don't know what you're looking for, you probably huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I had people tell me they didn't even know there was comics there.
Oh,
that was suspicious. That
8th day. What is 8th day?
lawn care and snow removal. There we
Cool.
come on the 8th day.
Let's go there and get our lawn removed.
They give you that 8th day. Get our lawn removed.
I'll park like this.
I parked there.
Nah, they got a nice dog over there. Piss them off.
Odin.
Okay.
Bowden. Here we go. So that was the College of Comic Book Knowledge.
Woohoo.
Now known as the Comic Book College.
Of knowledge,
How do you know this?
because it's on their sign. Although
There's
people
Casper.
can't find their store, it's just
There's
a big
Casper.
white building that says comics.
With an address.
I
In
dug
the
through
day and
their,
age where people get driven right to where they're going by their...
I dug through
Pocket
their
watch.
sets and
Their trade paperbacks on sale are the same ones that were on sale last year.
It's probably good that I wouldn't dig through the sets.
just
Sets,
picking up cheap reads.
they have not added a lot of new sets either.
No, they've been
Censors.
at it. They got a whole new run of dollar books, which I just didn't dig through, and then they put more stuff in on
They
their,
have two sections of dollar books.
Yeah, dollar books. They're $2. They're $3 books for two. I've got
What?
stuff from several trips ago that I haven't even read.
Yeah, I was thinking that about the sets from last year. Like, oh,
Yeah, I'm still
I
digging
was
through
able to
those.
get an essential.
yes, you were the Fantastic Four.
The Gary Conway run
Wow.
also has all 4 issues of giant-sized Fantastic Four in it.
Ooh, wow. Ooh, wow.
Not as long of a line.
Oh,
Because you
my
know
God.
that at the source, most of the stuff in line were the gamers.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'll suggest that
that's
to
not
next year.
appropriate.
You need a line
game
for
line.
the comic guys
Yeah.
and the game guys.
Yeah. And then have it like a big...
No, you need to have a line for people who are carrying 20 pounds or more.
Old people.
20 pounds, too. Not 50 or 250.
I'm sorry, sir. You're only 1852, so you better go back.
You better get in the gamer line.
I'll diggity dog.
And anyway,
Oh,
then we have a big
damn.
Vikings-like face-off battle. Gamers versus comics.
Yeah, the gamers will win because there's a lot more of them now.
Comicsers. I think it would take a lot.
We actually got a pretty thriving game store in Chaska, Minnesota.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What?
You get an audience
Audience.
next to a school or something, and they'll
School or something.
you can keep going.
Well, and board games are just huge now.
Yeah, they're hard to store. Just too freaking big.
Angel's listening, right?
No.
Of course.
I grabbed the issue 55 of Doctor Strange, buddy.
Good luck getting it from them.
How many does that make now?
He and Buzz are in a fight to see who can have more.
I bought it new off the shelf very enthusiastically, and it remains, well, as do many Michael Golden books, one of my childhood favorites.
That was a good time for Doctor Strange.
And Michael Golden.
Roger Stern really had a good run on that.
Yeah, and there was some sweet Paul Smith issues after that. Oh, man.
Paul Smith is one of those artists that it breaks my heart he doesn't do more comics.
I'll break his arms.
I finally found out why Paul Smith left the X-Men.
Did he? Is he off there now?
Yeah.
He wanted Doctor Strange,
Oh?
and he'd put in for, whatever Marshall Rogers leaves Doctor Strange I wanted. And he got on the X-Men. And
Yeah.
he'd only been on for, 8 months, 9 months.
He didn't last that long on Doctor
Went over to
Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Then he started getting his royalty checks from the X-Men.
Oh!
I was like, oh shit! And then he asked about royalties on Doctor Strange. They said, oh, it doesn't sell well. To make royalty.
Yeah. You'll never draw in this company again. And what did he draw besides that?
He drew some X-Men specials. And then he did Leave It to Chance, which he and the
Yeah, but I
writer-
meant Marvel.
Oh, not a whole lot.
He and the writer. You mean
He and
James
the-
Robinson?
Yeah, he and the writer got into an argument. And
Oh,
that's why
no.
it'll never get reprinted. Because
No!
they each own the rights.
Okay.
I guess I'll
Well,
keep
he
my
just
heart-
doesn't do good with royalty checks.
Guess I'll keep my hardcovers.
Just don't want.
All right, to keep Cory from moping, we're going to half-price books. Can't go there any other day. We can't even half price.
Kurt Angle down. For the listeners, Butch
me
needs
tell-
to go home for a minute.
Yep.
Which means he needs another shower, which means we're going to be sitting
Thank
in
God,
the
he's a-
driveway for an hour.
He's a dirty boy. Do you need any?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
Excuse me. Exposing?
Oh shit, 1:30.
On day.
That's okay. Dreamer's Vault's open till 7, if not later.
What is that?
It's a comic book game store, and it also is got like half-price sets and 50-cent new comics.
What?
Yeah.
Last time I was there, I went home with a short box of 50-cent comics, just picking up shit, no intention. Like the new Lobo, where he's like a thin, svelte guy instead of the bastard we all know and love.
Butch's favorite of the new 52 books, by the way.
God.
I never read it. I figure I'll give it a shot, read it, and if I don't like it, no sir.
When I don't like it.
Well, they got the one scene that he's fighting Giganta, and she picks him up, and I'll show you, big breast. Puts her between them. How do you like that, little man? And I'm like, okay, that's pretty funny. The ultimate fight.
Well, you can write funny even with a bad character.
Yeah.
A lame character.
When I felt bad for the creator because he's like, would you at least give it a chance?
No.
Because people were poo-pooing it.
No.
I don't know.
Do it with somebody else. I mean, new character. I don't mean change somebody else.
It could have been a new character.
Well, and the thing is, he was like, I'm taking Lobo back to the way he was when he first showed up. Yeah, nobody liked that.
Yeah. The one that they changed for the better.
You know, the character in Omega Men 3. Yeah, the one that nobody cared about for like a decade.
Bring back Lunatic.
There you go.
It had an automatic ending. The bastard shows up and kills him.
Like Agents of Law. The Predator shows up and kills him.
The complete Lobo that way, which is a lot of fun in a graphic novel form. Kind of like Major Bummer had a complete collection.
Yeah.
I loved Major Bummer.
Well, Doug Mankey loved that new Lobo, I'll tell you that.
He strikes me as somebody who do. Yeah, they should turn Lobo into a thin little gothy boy.
Yeah. Like one of them teenagers.
Then everybody at DC was like, Doug who?
What? Does he work for us?
Major Bummer, man.
Oh, he's over 40. Yeah, we're not hiring him.
Oh, he draws kick-ass comics? Yeah.
That has nothing to do with it. It's, he's over 40. We don't hire him. He wants to
What
make
I
a
was talking
living
about
wage.
earlier, we were talking about the graphic novels. Apparently the person who was a corporate raider or person, let's not grow the business, let's just cut it to profitability.
Cut.
She eventually left,
Oh.
just recently. So now DC's like, okay, now we can hire people, we can do something other than Batman. The graphic novels, which were once a mainstay of everything, were decimated. So they might start rebuilding that.
Well, they went from having like 2 pages of graphic novels 6 months ago to 8 pages this month. So there's something.
She was the one that killed the Vertigo line, killed the what did they call it? When they came out with Doom, the Ya line or whatever.
No, that was supposed to be a short-lived thing.
Oh, okay.
But she's the one who, right after they revamped Mad Magazine, was like, yeah, it didn't work. Before sales results had come in.
Yeah,
didn't work, so reprint only.
Yeah.
She hired a guy whose only job it was to chop up Neil Adams' artwork.
Weird thing is, if you read pick up a Mad Magazine, there's no editor.
What?
No one is the editor. The art director's the one putting together the magazine from reprints.
And from chopped up Neil Adams' artwork.
The only new thing in it is the fold-in.
What?
Yeah.
Well, Joe, you can read Mad Magazine again then. Get the
Probably not. I think they canceled it, didn't they?
E.T.
Or is it still coming out quarterly?
Get the send
No,
up.
it's I think it's bi-monthly now.
Oh, okay.
I do pick up the Barnes & Noble special editions.
Oh, yeah.
Because they, again, they're all reprint, but they usually are reprints around a theme.
The good stuff.
Remember back about the end of the 80s when they started printing them over from number 1, Mad? The EC Mads?
They've done that. A few reprints like that.
Yeah, I thought I bought a bunch of them, but every time I run across them, they're like, I have like issue 2. Like, what the hell?
What
Where are all of them?
They don't like you.
Them are not. I can't.
So we
find
left half price. I only bought one thing, but two things,
the fart book.
and
The farm.
the yearly calendar.
And the David Letterman book.
Yeah. I was gonna buy a complete prisoners run, but it's region 2, and apparently we're region 1. See now you see what that guy did? He pulled over because I look like a cop. Let me pass. Now he's like, "That's not a cop. Cops generally don't have Deadpool on their bumpers."
I saw a dude get
Because
on
you're
some look
undercover.
as Deadpool.
You're working
Oh, you just saw
undercover.
Butch. He goes, "I ain't messing with that guy. He probably didn't fill his quota."
He didn't have his 55 eggs.
That's a lot of egg. Now this guy pulled over too. Which he probably should have done because he's going too slow in the right lane. Of course, we're going 70 in a 55, so what do I know?
His windows are super tinted.
What a
So
wino.
whenever anybody's windows are tinted, I think they're up to something shady.
The Prisoner, you say? Did
Yeah.
they do a remake of The Prisoner for a cable
They
show?
did. Apparently, it was terrible. I'm trying to think who was in it.
Ian McKellen.
Ian McKellen. Again,
Magneto was in it.
What I've learned when we've talked about people banning movies and shit, it's like, well,
Yeah.
watch it on your own and decide.
Well, you can
I
read
just
between the
haven't-
lines, too. The things they hate, I go, oh, I love that.
But
I'm watch that.
I waited till it came out.
It was nothing but
I
action,
didn't
action,
have-
action. Oh,
Didn't have cable at the time, so I couldn't watch it.
The Prisoner. Region 2. Got it. Check.
Joe bought it, and then he moved to Region 2.
I'm sorry, I gotta go. I've gotta watch it somehow.
Yeah,
Sorry, gotta move
usually
to England.
the computer drives will play those.
You know,
With software, I guess.
You don't get drives in computers anymore.
Yeah, so I've heard.
Yeah. You have to, like the CDs, the only CD I got is in my car now.
What?
I have all these CDs, I got nothing to play them on.
My car does not even have a CD. But I'm fine with that because I listen to this stuff on my phone anyway.
Phone. Lost in phone. Phony. The phony pages.
Alright.
Alright.
I have had to listen to local radio every once in a while when I drive residents in a group home somewhere. Oh my God, it's awful.
But they love it.
IQ is playing the same songs they
Oh
did
God, yeah.
40 years
It's
ago.
the same
Classic
song.
rock.
I swear, you run across all the channels and they're all playing, here's another AC/DC song. It's like, why are we playing so many AC/DC songs? I get more interest going to KDWB because it's music I just don't listen to. It's like, okay, this is okay. Dolly's one of those people I love because she's somebody, there's always haters and shit like this. And they say, well, how do you respond to people who say just dumb blonde? She says, well, I just remember I ain't dumb and I'm not a blonde. I ain't stupid and I ain't a blonde. I love that. Speaking of Letterman, or Carlson, or Johnny Carson, first time Dolly Parton was on there, she was what, like 22?
Holy smokes.
And, oh my God. And stop in or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
And
I'll dump my stuff in my truck. I'll bring it in the house.
Johnny looks at her and goes, I hate myself for saying this, but I give a year's salary to peek under that. And she just laughs, she gets it. And,
Oh, yeah. She's always seemed to be on for that stuff.
all right.
You guys again.
Hey,
I'll let the dogs out, so it'll take an extra 60 seconds.
who let the dogs out? Oh, good. You say, the back door's open. Holy fucker, fuck, Cory, you're worse than the real thing. Is this on? I can't tell.
Should be. Press the little record button.
Yep, still recording. I don't know if you wanted to look at that. It is kind of cool. We ordered it online, You never know when this shit's going to show up at a store. Yeah, like I said, I listened to the first one, and I listened to this song like 3 times on the way home.
I knew something was up when they talked about putting her in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I've never done a rock and roll album. The minute somebody says something like that, you're like, okay, the marketing has started.
Oh. Nothing better than donut bits. Oh.
Petrified donut bits.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish I would have got to those PSR marks before you.
Okay. I'm tired of them. You get first crack at them.
Let me know when they go on the eBays.
It's like one of the books. I bought a bunch of Uncle Scrooge books. God, when was the last time we were at? Maybe it was Free Comic Book Day.
I think so.
And I read them through, and then I'm looking at one of them. Holy shit! This thing's worth $50. Because some of those went up in price. Yeah. And I put it on eBay's and just sold it. Now I had that 20% off thing going.
Yeah, it was weird that IDW was doing that, and now they've migrated over to Fantagraphics, and Fantagraphics puts them out in the European album style.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. I think Disney's interesting because they just... Oh, you do comics, you guys do them. No, Marvel, you just take care of the superheroes. We're not going to do anything else.
Well, they tried some stuff with Marvel, and it didn't sell well enough for Marvel's to make a profit at Marvel, because Marvel's got a much higher overhead than Dark Horse or
they did
Fantagraphics or whatever.
The adaptation from the rides, the movies.
Yeah.
Even I wasn't interested in those, but they never really tried to do an Uncle Scrooge or a Disney book. That's what I was curious to see how that would sell. Or if it would sell. Might not sell.
Because Marvel's got a pretty... Those offices are not cheap.
No, not in the middle of New York. Or even where are they in New York still? Or
Yeah.
they moved to Hollywood?
They're still in New York, which kind of surprises me. Because you'd think Disney would have them move somewhere cheaper.
Yeah, it's not even like they're a stop anymore, Okay, we're going to fill out this lobby. We're going to fill it with a bunch of high-priced Marvel exclusive shit and sell it. Because I walked by it when I was in New York, but it's like, it's not even, doesn't even say Marvel on it. It just...
Well, back in the 60s, people would come to the office, and that was what Flo Steinberg's job was, to hustle everybody out. Because she was the secretary, and people would go, oh, I want to see the bullpen. Oh, everybody's busy right now. Jack Kirby's, drawing the next blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, Kirby's at home. Stan was home, 3 days a week?
Yeah, you could have, make it a tourist trap. Of course, that's the way I think. I think hey, if people want to stop by, here's a store full of high-priced crap.
Yeah.
Put the word exclusive on it.
Well, it's like with the WWE. Everybody knows where their headquarters is. Why not? Hey, bottom floor, that's where you put the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
Charge $20.
And not to mention, and you come out of the Hall of Fame, there's your merchandise.
Yeah.
Unless that's so... Well, it's hard to think as a corporation. It might not think of it that way.
They moved into a new building. See, they built a new building. Now they're selling the old Titan Tower, which was never a tower.
Yeah. not there. But again, it's kind of that's probably why Disney stopped their store, because, it sounds like a great idea, but we don't want to be retailers. We'll pay someone else to be our retailer.
I always loved the Warner Brothers store.
Oh, and the Disney store. It was fun to walk through.
With Disney, I know their problem was they want everything to always look perfect, and it's really hard to do that in a retail environment.
That's the Jason Matheson from the show I love talks about. I got fired from Disney Store. Wasn't perky enough.
Yeah.
I couldn't. They were even serious. I smile all the time. I said, I smile with my voice and my attitude. I can't smile with my face. It comes off.
They tried that at my office job. We get a new supervisor, and make sure you have a smile in your voice. And I just turned and I gave the evil Ted Danson smile from The Good Place. They went, Cory, don't smile.
I have a friend when I was on the road. She was she either amateur modeled or she just knew about it. She said, "No, here's how you smile with your eyes. Just think a happy thought, And it was like, wow. So when you're doing that, I should worry? Yeah, pretty much."
My retail job was Shenders. If you smiled, they thought there was something wrong with you.
You're hiding on the porn section again, huh?
Hey, this employee's smiling. He's obviously doing something he shouldn't. He's happy to be here. We need to ruin that.
That's like I told people at TSA, don't be happy. That's going to...
Oh, cool. Somebody's Wi-Fi here is named Pretty Fly for a Wi-Fi and FBI surveillance van.
Nice.
My Wi-Fi at home is DEA surveillance van. But I like Pretty Fly for a Wi-Fi. That's a good one.
Oh, I saw this I'll show it to you in a second. Yeah, I'd probably go out tomorrow if I wasn't so damn tired right now. Oh, dang it. Chris is at Hot Comics right now in Minneapolis. Oh, well. I saw that with this picture on it.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh my God, $50.
And the Grant Morrison novels already sell them for a lot.
Well, that was an autographed hardcover first. I don't know about a trade. I had the trade.
I have the hardcover.
I don't know. Maybe I did have the hardcover. I should check.
Not autographed, but...
Probably one of the girls have it.
And I guess he is doing a comic book adaptation of it now, too.
All right.
Ready for another rumor?
Yes.
You know how Jeff Johns is starting his own little superhero universe?
The pervert? Oh, that's Jeff Johns. I'm thinking Gerald Jones.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
And he's announced all these people, and he says, and there's one big name I haven't announced yet.
Uh-oh.
Rumor is it's Grant Morrison.
Ooh. Interesting. I'm trying to think of what's easier to get to Dreamhaven or get down to Steve. Probably get down to Steve once we get on the highway, and then we can work our way north to Dreamhaven, drop to Dreamer's Vault, and then head north to...
Okay. Butch is going to ride on the bumper.
No, you're not. The wind will be terrible.
I break the wind.
Break like the wind.
Falling upset.
All right, let's see.
I saw them on that tour.
Clay to McKnight will be quicker.
With Jess. As Jess is doing.
Hey, UPOs, get back here! Joe!
You and Jess were plotting a new issue of Crazy Comics Retailer.
Still waiting for you to find the old ones so I can scan them in the machine. Scan them online.
You're coming for me.
Oh man, that's so sad you didn't see that.
I'm surprised.
I thought you'd have died. Because you'd have seen this thing on the window and it's just, I'm coming for you. And then a little Tina Press logo down in the corner.
Oh my God.
All my cut and paste skills for naught.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
Oh man. But it's essentially what you saw in the email. That was what it was. And that day it started raining and I was like, shit, do I go back and put it in a plastic bag so it doesn't smear
Put
on
it in
his
Mylar. Must have double bag item.
Double bagged original comic. Cut and paste and waste.
Paste and cut.
Surprised Jess doesn't have them all up on the Facebook or whatever.
Probably didn't occur to him. You never know. I mean,
Probably ashamed.
I like to show Dan Giesenmeyer, his K-Mon comic books he did for Cub Foods.
Yes.
Oh, jeez, it burned him. Early art, he's embarrassed.
Oh man, I was thinking about sending him one. I was pulling some books off the shelf, and I have a few pressed into big books, so they're in like mint condition.
He's actually done some variant covers for Marvel.
For K-Mon?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Marvel
That's really cool.
character.
Yep. K-Mon.
I heard they're trying to buy
a
a
revival with X-Men 90.
Let's send one of my mint ones in and get it graded.
I may do that with mine. Hey Dan, look what I had graded.
Oh, K-Mon.
He did a coloring book type thing for Cub Foods, and the problem was they were very corporate about it. Oh, you're making her look too girlish. No, it doesn't look girlish enough. Blah, blah, blah. Just coming up with all sorts of weird things. I think only 2 issues came out. I never recall.
Oh man, I only know of one.
I thought 2 issues. I'll have to look. I never saw them in the actual store. I got mine direct from Dan. I said it'd be fun to have.
I feel like I grabbed a dozen of them from the store.
Hey, anytime you guys want, we take a run out to K-Mon again.
See, Blue Light Special. My favorite color, blue.
I had Menominee the other day, but we're Wednesday, but we're
Blue Light Special.
Brian finally got rid of the Kmart in Uptown.
Blue Light Special.
Last time I saw Brian, he says he works. He's there I don't know if they're open Monday, but he's always there Tuesday. So I came in and I said, hey!
I'm going to stay.
Oh yeah, I took
out on the lake there.
At Kmart took a
Natives.
fire to. We're like, all right, we're gonna tear it down sometime next decade. Oh no, we're gonna lit the fucker on fire. Now you gotta tear it down.
Which was this?
There's a Kmart that blocked Nicollet and kind of killed the neighborhood. Well, now that Kmart's out of business.
They closed it?
Well, that one's been closed forever.
Yeah. And now they're like, yeah, we're gonna. They finally. The guy who bought Sears/Kmart is he's a realtor guy who discovered he doesn't know crap about running a retail business
or realty,
which is why Sears and Kmart disappeared. But he's sitting on all this land, and so somebody finally sold it, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna tear this down and put the road back and rebuild the neighborhood. But it'll probably take a couple years, and then the building got torched. I don't know if they thought it was arson or not, but it was very suspicious. And then, of course, it's a hazard. Well, now we are going to tear it down. The Sears in St. Paul, they sold that land, and it's flipped like 3-4 times. I bought it for $5 million, sold it for $6 million. This guy bought it for $6 million, sold it for $7.5 million. He sold it for $10 million. It's like, it's got to be the same people, like just flipping it back and forth.
I'll give him a buck.
Should reopen John's original shop.
John used to say, like, yeah, these guys, they own like the best copy of Action or Detective. They just sell it amongst themselves, and it keeps going up in value. And then when it finally became $1 million items, I think somebody else bought it and broke the circle. Wasn't there a sheik out of one of the rich oil company?
The Sultan of Brunei.
He bought almost all these high-priced Golden Age, Silver Age would come on the market, and a monogamous would buy it. It turns out it was this guy, and then he started touring pre-COVID the world with his collection.
That's the way to do it. Because I would just
See all
hold.
these books you can't own?
I just put it in a magazine box next to my 1978 issue of Starlog.
9.6 copy of Batman 1 coming out, and nobody knew who the hell bought it.
Next to my reprint of Captain America number.
Guy who owns this says he's going to sink money into it, try to revive it.
Into this shithole
That's why, because everybody thinks it's a shithole.
neighborhood. It's a problem.
Hey, I used to go to the U.S. Swim and Fitness, Bally's Fitness that used to be there.
There?
Yeah. After I'd get done at Christie's shop.
Seems convenient.
Yeah. That'd be my Friday night. I'd get done at 8 and go there.
Friday night.
2 o'clock.
Then I do it when with Joe's shop.
Now it's nothing.
So I was happy I got to go to the gym after.
I
working in the comic shop.
was happy.
What I love about driving,
Now I'm sad.
it's like I'm sitting here, it's like, okay, I'm going to get in the left lane, and the person in the left lane starts speeding up.
Yeah.
So I just pull in front of him, like, go ahead, hit me. I don't care.
That guy's trying to
I don't know if I ever
change lanes so he can.
cross beams in this thing. It's like, yeah, you're going to
There
hit
you
me,
go.
and I'm going to watch you spin into the truck next to you. Now they fall back like 4 car lengths, like they should be. And oh God, I got to get in front of you. Safe driving with Crazy Joe. You son of a bitch!
With Crazy Joe.
You know what we haven't asked Butch yet?
Crazy Rock 3.
What you reading, Butch?
How you rocking shorts in wintertime?
He
What?
did ask me that right away, and I was like, duh. Like I said, I read that World Tree, but I couldn't finish it.
Godzilla.
A trade of it, so 5 issues or something.
I don't trust any comic that has numbers instead of
Pretty
letters.
unlikable. Unlikable characters. Whiners.
Diners.
So,
Gravy. Gravy.
I read some 20-cent Caspers. Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Casper.
Terrible.
But the second one, you're like, yeah, this is the same story over and over.
Like the second story. But the second chapter.
I discovered that phenomenon reading the Showcase Phantom Stranger. Hey, these are the same stories over and over.
Casper, you just collect by the covers then, because the stories are bunk.
See, that was my problem when I started reading 60s DC, because everybody was
Casper.
like, I was a Marvel boy. And then
Yes.
here's all these great DC books from the 60s. And I'd read it, and it's like, I think I've already read this.
Yeah.
Especially when it came to Superman, it's like, oh.
These suck.
Just give me some of that super tight Kurt Swan art.
Then you read something like that was the best part of the book, was
Yeah.
the art. The stories were
And I didn't like the art when I was a kid because I thought it was bland, but oh man, I've come around.
Occasionally when
Love it.
the digest series would come on, I'd start reading those.
There's
and
some of it now.
I'd be like, hey, these are pretty good.
Yeah, back when you
don't
could still
realize
see them.
not all of them are that.
Yeah, but
Yeah, they're
it makes
picking
sense.
out the best stories.
Right. The one that inspired all the repeats, or the best version of it.
Like, oh man, I picked up the Justice League, Showcase Justice League.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was able to read like 3 or 4 stories, and then it's like, I don't need to read any more of these ever again.
Just when the carbon monoxide
Wow.
knocked out the entire Justice League, including Superman.
Batman was a little different once we got to the TV show.
What'd you guys buy back at the Coilage of Comic Knowledge?
Sets and 1 issue of the Peter David Supergirl run that I'm missing. I was missing 3, now I'm down to 2.
I saw a couple of Young Justice trades, and I wasn't caring for Todd Knox art at the time, but now I'd be more than happy to read that. Peter David was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
Back then,
And
you know.
if I see Peter David,
And
wrote a
Knock is
book
fun too, I just didn't care for him at the time.
for Chaos called I think it was called The Haunted.
Right.
And
Oh
I
yeah.
was always waiting for it to go on trade, and then Chaos went out of business.
Oh no.
Years later, I was able to dig all 4 issues up. So
Oh yeah.
it'd be fun to read.
Oh no. And Cory bought the
Essential Fantastic Four,
yes.
which I talked about already.
Yes. Jerry Conway issues, yes.
essential.
And it's got 1 Chris Claremont story in it.
Claremont.
Giant size Fantastic Four number 4.
Where's the
Introduction
donuts?
of Mad Rock's The Multiple Man.
Oh.
You've seen watch Land of the Lost when you were a kid?
Of course.
Up in Green Bay tomorrow, they've got a comic type show.
Are we on our way there now?
Wesley
Or?
Ure and Kathy Coleman are there.
Good Lord.
And what they do is they bring like the raft and they have a dopey puppet and you get pictures of them, like everybody going over the falls. And I talked with Cory and a friend of mine because I'm like, I was talking with them to get them to come up to one of our cons, but Kelly didn't want to do it. Surprise! And I've talked with Steve about bringing him to the MCBA, and he's interested because he's like us. He said, "Oh yeah, I'd love to have him come," because they're like, we'll negotiate. They make their money here.
Yeah.
You know, and if for most of the con guys, yeah, hotel, meals.
Maybe they'll come to that Maple Leaf show that you were talking about.
Yeah, there you go.
I have no idea what's that on. But
The Maple Con, where you get all the maple syrup.
Maple syrup.
The only thing that would get me to, hey Butch, we're going tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
The dad, Spencer Mulligan,
Yeah.
is retired, lives in Wisconsin, and he's
At least he got out.
he doesn't act, he doesn't do appearances. He's very private.
Yeah.
When they were in Milwaukee a couple of years ago, he showed up to actually do it with them, and they also had the actor who played Chaka. So it was like all four of them together for the first time ever. And they did
Uncle
say,
Jack get killed or
they don't talk about him because apparently he was a little pervy towards a young.
towards Chaka?
Well, maybe that I could understand. Those
Towards Harlan Ellison.
And Harlan Ellison I could understand too. I mean, but
Harlan Ellison, I can understand.
they did ask him if he, say, hey, we're here. If you're interested, want to come up and say hi. And I've been watching, and they haven't said he's going. So if he goes, it'll be a last-minute thing.
All right.
Yeah, it's like 4 hours there.
Yeah.
And of course,
4 hours in line.
Cory, anything that has to do with fun is always, I gotta watch wrestling Saturday night.
You always get Gruber.
I gotta go get. I'm scared about what Gruber do to Wesley. I'm just.
Don't know nuts.
I mean, Pat would discover not only that Kathy Coleman would be there, and Wesley Ure is gay. And
he'd make it into an hour and a half.
It would just be disgusting. I can do. I like both of you. Yeah.
Uncle Pat was searching.
Uncle Pat is searching. Give me dopey. I'll be back in an hour. What's that noise coming out of the hotel room?
Back in our Pat like a dinosaur.
So, anyways, I'm thinking for FallCon, I might see if they're interested. I said I'll open up channels and see if we can get them to come because that would be fun.
Mm-hmm. Except for the FallCon part.
Yeah. Could you come just get a private photo? Hell, if you paid their way, they'd probably do it.
If I paid their way?
Anybody paid
Think
their
about
way.
it.
He sounds so nice. It's easy to talk with because I said, let me check with my guys. Because you're thinking, you just say, well, contact these people and that people.
Do Sid and Marty Krofft come too?
Are they even alive?
Yes.
They're working. There's somebody working for Sid and Marty Krofft to get all the shows on a channel or some type of streaming and merchandise stuff. And
Krofft Superstars.
You name it. Because somebody said, what about action figures? She said, hey, I'm game for it.
What about Electra Woman and Dyna Girl?
I'd be happy if they just put all the Sid Marty Krofft variety shows on that channel.
That could be a little more difficult, but possible. I could see Donnie and
Marie.
Oh, Donnie and Marie would probably do it.
Brady Bunch.
Oh, the best one, yeah.
It depends on who owns the rights. And it was the 70s, so there might be problems with music rights.
Where are you going in the Lost Saucer?
Oh, not theme songs. Just like what killed WKRP. Because they can't use the theme music without renegotiating the rights. Nowadays, it's automatic in the
Not for
contract.
all of them, though. That's why Cold Case, really recent show, never been out on DVD because they didn't buy the rights to put it out for the music to be on DVDs.
The theme music?
No, because Cold Case used a lot of older music.
Yeah.
Because it was, this happened back in the 60s, so they play music from the 60s sort of thing.
Song that came out that week.
I read
And some of the
interview with the producers who were like, we just did not think of it at the time. And then when we started to look at putting out DVDs, well, all these bands were like, "Oh, you want the rights now, huh?"
I've heard Scrubs used different music on the DVD sets.
Well, that's what killed
And that's a reference
heavy
that I've
metal
heard.
for so long, because some of the guys wanted so much money.
Yeah, like Riggs.
Yeah.
They had 2 songs on there, I think.
What was funny is, so Airplane,
Yeah, good old Riggs.
what was the name of the movie? 0 Hour?
Yeah.
As they were doing it, one of the guys, I think it was John Landis, came to us because you guys realize you're not parodying 0 Hour, you're plagiarizing it. We are? Well, let's just buy the rights to the movie. And back then, whoever owned the rights was like, "You're going to give us $2,000 for this old movie nobody cares about?" Sure.
What is 0 Hour? I don't know about it.
It's pretty much the plot, the serious plot of Airplane.
Oh.
If the one guy's a war hero, he's having flashbacks. There's that line where Leslie Nielsen goes, "Okay, I'm going to tell it to you straight. The ability to land this plane counts on if we can find someone who can fly this plane that didn't have fish for dinner." That was taken from the fucking movie, word for word.
I think they took the part where Jimmy Walker is checking the oil in the hood on the...
Jimmy Walker, the hottest act at the time, and he's there in a cameo. That's it. I mean, that says something to Jimmy Walker to yeah, I'll do it. Why not? But the funny part is when they're talking about it's legendary about trying to get Peter Graves to do it because he just didn't get it. He still didn't get it.
Yeah.
But he said trying to get these ultra serious guys, Lloyd Bridges, Robert Stack, to come and do it. Leslie Nielsen come in, and he's, I did some comedy, really? I did an episode of MASH. Yeah, right. They weren't impressed. But they just wanted him anyways because they knew it's funny when you have these guys deliver their lines like it's deadly serious.
Yeah.
There was a guy, the executive producer, who went to bat with these guys, and Hughes is his name.
Howard Hughes. Stephen
Maybe
Hughes.
It's Hughes Howard.
Lady
I don't remember. But when we were watching the movie the other day, I said, "Oh, there's his name right up front." But he was the one that kind of helped the studio get off their back, because the studio's like, "Well, yeah, but we want like Bill Murray and all these other guys to play." They're like, "No, it doesn't work if you have a comedic guy come in. You need a..." And they were so... It was such a weird thing because the fact that all 3 of them directed the movie and there wasn't really any ego involved. It would be like they talked together and 2 against 1, that's how they won. Even to the point when they went to
Wendy's.
list the directors, they've
Zucker,
never listed
Abrams.
They never
They went
listed.
backward.
They never. You can only have one director. That's what the Director Guild said. That's the rule.
Man.
And you could always ask for an exception. What ended up happening is they wouldn't give it. And then the person who was running the board either left, or the guild, he left, and the new guy would come on. It was like 3-4-3 against, and he voted for it. So they were able to do it. Because, you'd think, what's the big deal? Oh, it's a big deal to these guys, We have the power, the Directors Guild.
Whenever they run Airplane on Turner Classic Movies, they either run 0 Hour before or after.
Oh, brilliant.
Really?
So it must be Time Warner that
I've never even heard of it.
Oh, nobody heard of it. That's why it was so funny that they...
but I know some pop culture.
This wasn't pop culture. This would be like no culture.
Oh, I know that even more.
That's like one of these movies that just came out, disappeared. Why these guys remembered, I think they must have seen it in the theater and it was stuck with them.
Or saw it on late night TV.
No, I think it was a theater. I don't think it was television.
Saw it on the shelves at the video world.
Because they grew up, 60s? They started their...
0 Hour was from the 50s.
Yeah, and they started their Kentucky Fried Theater in Chicago moved it out to LA, and it was a big hit in LA. I think what it was is they weren't making the money, and then somebody saw it, gave it a positive review, and boom, everything's booked. Yeah, the book was fascinating. Just, I love the behind-the-scenes mechanics of that type of stuff.
I'm reading the autobiography of Joe Besser. I
love that stuff.
I like that.
I just read the book Patrick Stewart come out with.
Once a stooge, always a stooge?
The only problem was he covers more of his theater ages than the Star Trek stuff.
More what?
Oh, more. He's a classic theater.
Yeah.
Right? He covers more about that than his Star Trek. In fact, he was kind of... He didn't want to do Star Trek. He came out, auditioned, left. All he knows is that Gene Roddenberry didn't like having a bald captain. His agent was the one who said, yeah, just do it. It'll last this season. And it'll go away.
Well, it was all downhill after that.
You get paid for it. You get paid more doing one season of TV than you do a season of theater.
Yeah.
What he didn't expect was it to be a hit for 7 years.
Jeez.
But like everybody else, it's like, hey, I made a couple million.
Yesterday when I was sitting at home watching the Blackadder, I was wishing I had the Next Generation. Same thing, basically. So I just stuck with the Blackadder.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that when they came in the modern time?
Not
I
yet.
thought he dies at the end of the scene. Spoiler alert!
Ah!
He's finally king.
It's only 40 years old.
He's finally king and he dies. I'm finally king.
Oh my God.
Which was a fucking brilliant way to end the season.
Great. They're like 4 seasons, right? It's not just a uno. And I'm itching to watch Red Dwarf.
Oh.
Yeah. That's one of the annoyances with like BBC America. What do they run? Star Trek. I like Star Trek. I'd rather if they ran stuff from the BBC.
Well, now Disney's got to deal with Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And they just announced on one of these freebie channels that they've got all the Doctor Who. And I thought BBC America was part of the Time Warner, aka Max, streaming service.
No, they've got their own. That's why Walking Dead is on the Shudder.
They have Doctor Who, because I was watching Doctor Who under their banner.
Doctor Who owns Shudder.
They have it.
AMC.
They have it.
Okay.
And they might not have it anymore with this deal with Disney. But I was watching not Peter David.
Cottontail.
Peter Gross.
Yeah, his Doctor Who.
Watching Peter Gross.
Yep, his Doctor Who.
Empire Lanes.
Everybody gotta watch it. And they had Classic Who on as well.
Yeah, Pluto TV's got a classic Doctor Who channel.
Not that good.
And while I think it's really great, it's more like I don't want to drop in the middle of a story and then, I've been watching for 2 hours, still not over because it's, 6 episodes.
Yeah. Well, or it happens to be, I happen to hit the 12 episode one. I think with the Disney deal, that's going to allow them to take the episodes they only have the audio for and animate them.
On Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Also gives them a bigger budget.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but Disney's animation house is crap. They've
No.
never done a single...
Yeah, they're
Disney
yeah,
animation is garbage.
Yeah. That's so old, new, school. No wonder Disney bought Pixar just to put it out of its misery.
Yeah.
Cop car. No, cop.
Hey, yo. Can somebody call my mama? It's about to get funky up in here. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, Somebody call my mama. Somebody call my mama. Somebody call my mama. What you say? Somebody please call my mama. Somebody call my mama. Somebody call my mama.
done, bitches.